Gayatri or go to nagarajhomes.com.
Hello, Bay Area. Welcome to the Real Estate Show with your host Nagaraj Annaya, your trusted Bay Area realtor and guide through the ever-changing world of housing and finance. Today, we are tackling one of the hottest questions in real estate. Is a market crash coming as a new president takes office in 2025? Adding fuel to the fire is a potential resurgence of a mega era policies. A Make America Great Again strategy that shaped economic trends in the past with its focus on tax cuts, deregulation, and economic growth. MAGA policies have been known to drive rapid development but also increase deficits, treasury yields, and ultimately mortgage rates. How will this play out in today's volatile market? Could it frozen housing market or deepen affordability challenges for buyers and sellers alike? To help unpack this, I'm thrilled to welcome a special guest, April Head, a highly respected mortgage consultant with extensive expertise in navigating uncertain markets. Hello, April. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Nagaraj. Thank you so much.
What do you think about the election results? Do you think the market crash is coming around?
No market crash from what they suggest. They currently had their credit data that came out with the New York Fed, and all the information is pointing to no market crash.
Okay. Listeners, if you have any questions on the market related or a real estate related or mortgage related, you can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bolly 92, 877 Bolly 92. Each and every listener who gives us a call today will be getting a free tickets to Real Estate Connect event happening on December 7th at Sunnyvale in Shubham Halls. December 7th at Sunnyvale in Shubham Halls, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. a Real Estate Connect event. So to get a free tickets, give us a call or ask anything on the real estate. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bolly 92. So April, like one of the important questions a lot of time the listeners ask me is why the market rates, like basically mortgage rates, keep rising even with Fed is cutting down that much rate.
So the market basically with the Fed, when a lot of it's Fed policy and Fed comments, but when they cut the Fed funds rate, it does not directly impact first mortgage rates. So mortgages are kind of forward looking. So before the Fed actually cuts the interest rate, so usually a couple months, 1 to 2 months before, we already know that's going to happen. So you'll start to see interest rates drop for first mortgages prior to the Fed actually cutting that, but it's not directly affected on the day that they cut it.
Okay. So, but what are the external factors influencing the market rates, right? Like, for example, economic factors like treasury yields. That is also one of the economic factors, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. And inflation is a big factor in that. So why did interest rates go up so dramatically over the last year and a half? Inflation, huge, because the treasury yields were lowered drastically.
And one more thing is the global economic trends also matters. Yeah, like what is like economic uncertainty and geopolitical risk also matters, correct? So that's also one of the added thing.
Yes, and also oil prices. Oil prices have a direct effect, and Fed policy, and even Fed comments. The Fed recently, Fed Powell just said something on, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, that the US economy is not sending any signals that we need to hurry to lower interest rates. That alone, that comment made interest rates go up a little bit this week.
I think that's what I keep telling. Like it's so much volatile. It is not influenced by one stuff. There is a lot of like political and policy factors. And as we discussed about the foreign investments, or everything matters. Like even the homeowner lock-in effect, which we always keep talking, right? That's also one of the factors.
Yes, absolutely.
Listeners, you're listening to real estate show. Myself, Realtor Nagaraj Anaya, and I'm talking to April L. And we're discussing everything about Bay Area real estate and mortgage. If you have any questions on the Bay Area real estate or mortgage, you can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bolly 92. I'm conducting a real estate connect event on December 7th at Sunnyvale in Shubham Halls. It's at Sunnyvale in Shubham Halls, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's an event where each and every individuals who are listening need to attend if they want to grow their wealth and if they want to plan their future. So to get the free tickets to that event, give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bolly 92. So we are right now, we are not expecting any market crash, correct, April?
That is correct. Yeah, they basically with the information that was given was only 1.7% of homes are underwater. There was a low number of listings, a low number of mortgage defaults, and actually 40% of houses, this was interesting, actually have no mortgage whatsoever. So that was kind of an interesting fact too. So it all of that they looked at, they did not determine any sort of crash was imminent.
I think that's a great thing. I think one more thing what we discussed is like make America great again. That's what we are going to see in the next 4 years. So that is also one of the contributing factors, listeners. If you think that is the same thing, you can give us a call too. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bolly 92. One of the important discussion, especially on the important factors for choosing a lenders. What are the things like we need to be looking for? It is like only the person who gives the lowest rate we need to be selecting him as a mortgage lenders. What are the things we need to do it? What's important factors, April?
So obviously rate, you want to get a good rate. That's an important factor. However, it's not the most important factor. It basically you want a lender that is knowledgeable, that they know, that they are actually know all the guidelines when they pre-approve you, that they have a loan waiting for you. Many times, many lenders just go through the paperwork, kind of look at it quickly. They don't look at it like an underwriter is gonna underwrite it. And so they may give you a pre-approval letter and you may not have a loan later. Also, timing is very important. Very quick escrows especially in the Bay Area. So you need to meet those timelines. And if you don't, you can lose your transaction, you can lose your earnest money. So really having a knowledgeable lender, someone that is going to respond to you quickly and take care of all timelines is just very, very important.
I think it's not only about the knowledgeable. I think as you well put together, it's knowing the condition because each and every client's scenarios are different. One of them might have a better scores, but some of them, husband might be having a good score, but wife might be having a bad score.
Absolutely. I joked around for years that really a mortgage professional's job title is a professional problem solver because you're basically looking at a scenario and trying to get the puzzle pieces together the best way possible to offer the best loan and to make the process the smoothest.
Yeah, I think conditions and knowing which loan products works for which client or which borrower, that is very, very important. Listeners, you're listening to Real Estate Show, myself, Realtor Nagaraj Anaya, and I'm talking to April L, the mortgage consultant. So if you have any questions on the real estate, you can give us a call. We are getting one call. Let's take it up. Hello, hi, welcome to the Real Estate Show, myself, Nagaraj Anaya.
Hi, good evening, Nagaraj sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. Go ahead with your name, please.
Jitender, and I really listen your shows most of the time.
Yeah.
It's a great show for sharing the information, and you guys are discussing Fed rates and this thing. It's very valuable information. I have one very simple question, how much your credit score affects your lending rate?
April, it's for you. You can go ahead.
Yeah. It depends on loan program. There are programs with that accommodate more bruised credit score, but it can definitely affect your rate. Normal lenders, if you're looking at something that's going to normal institutions, the every 20 points can affect rate, but it also depends on the investor. So I have investors that both are more credit sensitive and also ones that are less credit sensitive as far as the rate. So, but it can I would say for most lenders, it is a huge impact on the rate that you'll get.
But not for your lenders, right? Like since you're doing in-house most of the loans, I
Correct.
think you have helped a lot of my clients having even with a 680 to get a better rate.
Correct. They actually got the same rate that somebody over 740 in that tier would get. So yeah, the most of the investors that I'm working with are less credit sensitive. They look at the overall factor of the entire loan with the rate.
Yeah, and I think in your case, April, like not most of the times you even check what was one of the reasons the rates dropped. That also, as a lender, they check or they check for the last 2 years. What one is it due to a late payments or is it there was a debt collect like that? You check for all that reasons also.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And if there's, they look at the whole thing to basically see, what's the risk of them actually default versus a black and white answer. Most lenders are black and white. My investors are not so black and white. They're kind of old school lending and they try to assess the overall risk of the loan.
Yeah. Uh, Jitendra, do you have any follow-up questions, Jitendra?
No, that's great. Thank you. Thank you for answering in such a great detail.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate your timing to share all the information. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jitendra,
My
for
pleasure.
and best of luck, Jitendra.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Listeners, if you have any questions, you can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bolly 92. Just now, Jitendra got a free tickets for a real estate connect. And if you want to also get a free tickets, do give us a call. Our studio line numbers for 877 Bolly 92. The event is happening on December 7th at Sunnyvale in Shubham Halls. We will talk more about the real estate connect as we go forward. It's happening on December 7th at Sunnyvale in Shubham Halls. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's an experts where the like April held will be there. A lot of more experts will be there. Like if you're stuck on H1B and would like to know what are your alternatives of EB1 or AB fine, there would be even the attorneys would be there, even the tax consultant would be there. It's a lot of experts would be there to solve all your problems. April, are you excited to be part of the Real Estate Connect event?
Absolutely. It was a great event last year, brought a lot of knowledgeable people together, and a lot of people attended. So looking forward to it again this year.
Okay, one question to you. Why do you think the listeners who's listening should participate in the Real Estate Connect event?
There is so much to learn. I did not know what to expect because I had not participated before. I was absolutely amazed at all the expertise that you brought together in one room. It really, all the professionals were very knowledgeable.
Yeah, listeners, if you want to get a free tickets for a Real Estate Connect event, do give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bolly 92. So what it was a great insights on the lower credit scores or which impacts. Now let's talk about what advice do you have for a first-time home buyers navigating the current market. Now a lot of folks as a first-time home buyers would thought like, hey, let me wait for the elections to be over, maybe the market will crash, it will change everything. And so what do you advise on that, especially on the mortgage side, April?
Nope. If you're ready to do it, don't try to time the market. The people that I see try to do that, whether it's they're waiting for a rate, they're waiting for a price, they're waiting for the market to drop, they miss the market most times. So right now is a great time to buy. Interest rates might come down and they're forecasted to go down in the next year. Buy the house, get the rate now, you can refinance later. So I would say don't wait for a crash, and especially in the Bay Area, the market, it doesn't fluctuate like it does in other areas because of the demand. So I would say if you're ready, buy now, and then later on when the rates come down, you can save some money.
See, I think that's the misconceptions or some of the folks might be having. And until now, they were thinking they were not worried about the visas and other stuffs. Now, all of a sudden, new government is coming up. Oh, I'll be worried about the H1B. I'm worried about my jobs. I'm worried about the EADs. No, always this country needs a talented people. What do you say on this?
Absolutely. Yeah. What the jobs that most of the people that you work with, they're necessary jobs. So yeah, I definitely there's going to be a place for them in this country.
Yeah, I think AI is coming, but not AI can't replace each and every job because we need a talented people to do a correct job and who's hardworking job. Correct. So one more important question is how can buyers prepare? We have one more call. Let's take it up. Hi, welcome to the real estate show. Your name, please.
Hi, my name is Nag. I have a couple of questions.
Yeah, hi, Nag. Please go ahead. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, first question is if you want to upgrade the house and you will be upgrading to another house which is about pretty much the same price or slightly higher. Is there a way you can retain the same property tax?
Yeah, I think that one is only possible if you're more than a 55-year or older. Okay. So you can't take over the older taxes along with you, property taxes. It's only if it is more than a 55 or a 60 years old. Let me check on that. But it is only when you're older, you can do that, take over the taxes, property taxes, when you buy the other property.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought, 55 years, but
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody else and they were not in an agreement. Okay.
Yeah.
I have another question actually. Let's say, you bought a house or got into a contract with a builder.
Okay.
And for some reason, you find it more attractive to just flip the house before you close it.
Yeah.
Right? Is there a way you can, just have the other person do the signing and then, save on closing costs and all those things and then get the benefit quickly? Or should one person close it and then again market it and then sell it?
I think no need to do all that, Nag. I think April has a wonderful program for the secondary homes. And I think our rates are really good, same as a primary residence rates. Right, April?
Yeah, it's for secondary homes, it's the same interest rate.
So you can go with that options, Nag, like basically buy as a secondary home and check with the builder. Most of the builders should not only depends on the where you're buying the properties. Some of the properties, if you're buying near the Lathrop or something, they might have some restrictions reselling the properties, but I've not seen that conditions most of the time. So you can still buy as your secondary property and maybe you can sell once the property appreciates for you or it makes sense for you. Only thing when you're buying a new constructions, the lenders, if you're directly working with the new builder lenders, the closing costs are high. Is that correct, April?
Working with the builders?
Yeah, with the builders.
Yeah, usually you have to pay everything. There's certain title policies and stuff are a little bit less because of the risk of obviously it being a new built home. But usually, yes, they pay all of the closing costs.
Yeah, but only problem with the new builders lenders are the rates are higher for you. So that is why they try to give you a credit towards a closing cost.
That is correct. Yeah.
Nag, do you have any follow-up questions on that?
Yeah, so I think it was not more so about like the second home. It was more about, let's say you got into a contract with the builder, and let's say 3 months or 4 months passed, and it appreciated very well, or you had gotten a very good deal. Is there a way you can, before just closing, or can you close in somebody else who is actually interested, and then take the delta as your profit?
I think
or should one person basically close it and then resell it? That's the question.
I think most of the times you do the second one, close it and sell it. Again, depends on the construction companies, because if the construction companies are selling very fast, they don't want you to sell. They can't change the name of property owner before closing. If they are not selling much, they might be able to sit down and discuss more on that. That also depends on it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye.
thanks, Nag. And you're coming for the Real Estate Connect event, right? I think we just disconnected. So, listeners, we have a Real Estate Connect event happening on December 7th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Don't miss out for that. Nag and Jitender just won for the Real Estate Connect event tickets. If you want to get a free ticket for the Real Estate Connect event, do give us a call. We have still few more minutes left, and we are talking with myself, Realtor Nagraj Anaya, and I'm talking to April L on the mortgage related and the real estate stuff related. So one more thing is, right, like what are the common mistakes, April, like home buyers make when applying for a mortgage?
I would say not giving all the information. Number one. I'm trying to put together a scenario and I am your advocate and trying to work that for you. So tell me the good, the bad, and the ugly so I can navigate around it to build the best scenario for you.
Yeah, I think that's a valid thing, right? And one more thing is pulling your credit. A lot of people doesn't want to. I don't know why they have so much misconception. Don't do the hard pull.
I say do the hard pull, because if you do a soft pull and then you go other places, they may do hard pulls, and then you decide and come back to me and I've done a soft pull, but you want to go with me and it's been months later, then possibly my score is going to be a little bit lower because of there's been other ones and then there's been a gap in time. So I would say for the pre-approval, definitely do the hard pull, and just so that's ready. And even if you're shopping with a few lenders within a period of time, it's not going to drop your mortgage because they now know you're shopping for a mortgage and the
Yep.
credit bureaus allow for that.
Yeah, so that is why, like, so listeners, like when you are applying for a planning to buy a property, right? It might be a first home or a secondary home. Do everything checked from your lender. I think realtors and even the lenders, as April was saying, it is kind of an autonomous. Don't hide any informations, because if you're hiding some informations, when if the property offer gets accepted, then you're in a trouble.
Absolutely.
So, listeners, we are conducting a real estate connect event on at Sunnyvale on December 7th at Sunnyvale on December 7th on in Subham Halls, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Don't miss out. It's a great experts would be there talking about each and every aspects of the real estate. I always was talking to people also. Buying a house is not only about just closing it or buying your own property. How do you build your wealth? Or if you're, because it's always building a wealth doesn't happen overnight, April.
That is true. And buying a home is definitely an avenue to help do that versus renting and throwing money out the window.
Yeah, not only, yeah, as you said, buying a house is good, but what are the other avenues connected? Tax saving strategies.
Absolutely.
A lot of folks might be on a like on H1B, and they're getting W2, and they need to understand what are the tax saving strategies legally.
And
And
you
and
pay a lot of interest on the front of a loan, so that's a lot of tax deduction that you get.
yeah, and how do you the buying an investment properties help you to save the taxes? And you're on a H1B and would like to understand what are the ways to get your green card faster, and you would like to understand on the Vastu of it and how does the Vastu work. All these things will be discussed on the Real Estate Connect app event. To register for that, go to nagrajhomes.com and register for it. April, if somebody wants to reach out, how is the best way to reach out to you?
They can reach out to me 949-306-8100. That's my cell phone, and they can call or text.
Okay. If listeners, if you want to reach out to me, go to nagarajhomes.com and click on a WhatsApp icon, and that's the easiest way to go for it. And to register for a Real Estate Connect event, go to nagarajhomes.com, and on the top of the page, there is a Real Estate Connect event page. So click on that, and it directly takes for the registration page. And use a BOLLY BOLLY coupon code to get a free tickets and have a great evening out. Thank you so much.